Oh, welcome back to Intuitive Insights in Tarot with me, Scott, and another episode of Danielle Seeks Intuitive Insight. Hi, Danielle. Welcome back.
Hi, thank you for having me.
God, you're wearing the same thing. We're both wearing the same thing as yesterday. Just to explain to people, we're trying something different here. We're breaking instead of doing a long video, we're doing segmented videos that I'm going to then edit and post later, one each day.
I was gonna
Right?
I was gonna pretend like I haven't done laundry in a while, but yeah, that's what's happening.
All right. So I'm going to make sure we're recording. Yes, we are. All right. So what have you got for us this time?
So I'm sure your viewers are familiar with Goodlion TV. Nick of Lear. I don't say names, right? But he is so legit and such a wonderful person. I wish I could meet him like tomorrow. He was one of the people that was put in the slammer after the January 6th debacle. And he has this wonderful website, and he does so many videos himself, plus with other people's videos they put on there, and they go on and on about everything, the pedo gate, everything, and it's worth every penny. I paid for it. I know a lot of people other than me paid for it, but recently I get emails from him, and it was like father like son, and it's about Biden, Hunter, and his father. And I watched the 4-part series, and I was just like, you know what, this guy is like so legit. Let's do a reading on him. Let's see if Scott can do a reading for him and see if he will get the recognition that he deserves, because he deserves it, all the work he's done and what he
Okay.
went to jail for this.
Yeah.
So
And I've never heard of him, which doesn't mean a whole lot because I'm not like an active seeker of information, but I have a few people who send me things when they find they're important. This guy has not come up on my radar before. So you're right. If he is as good as you say he is, and I trust you, then when will he get more recognition like Jaco and Janine and JC and some of the other heavy hitters in the truther world? Laura from
yeah, Laura, yeah, exactly.
Laura's View and Tarot too. I mean, these are
Love
the big
her.
guys out there.
Yeah, they're the big ones now. I want to know when Nick's gonna make it big, and I want to know when he's like the mainstream. Well, maybe the mainstream media doesn't matter because they might not ever. I don't know. They will one day, but when will Nick get his big thing with all of us so we all know his name?
Does Now you say you pay for it? Does he have? I I'm I'm really cheap. I never pay for pay-per-views. Sorry, Janine. I've never paid
Yeah.
for any of
No,
your
no.
pay-per-views.
I
I don't follow anybody on Patreon, even though I ask people to follow me. What's that?
No, I pay $48 a year to get all his videos. And there's a
Mhm.
lot. Yeah, there's a lot. And I was like, at first, I'm like, I'm not, who is this? But then I
Hey,
saw him on,
does he have anything free for people like me who
definitely
don't want to
has
pay?
free. There is free stuff for people that want to test it out. There's free stuff. And once you test it out, you're gonna be like, whoa, this guy is legit. Legit. He knows he's done his science and done his work on it.
Well, I'm still building my tarot reading clientele, and I haven't got to where I'm making that much money yet. So, but if I do, then I'll do that. All right. So,
Yeah, I want you guys to meet. I feel like you two would mesh well. I feel like you and Nick would be like a perfect, like, cause I don't know him obviously, but just like knowing you and then watching him on videos, I feel like you guys would be friends. So just saying.
cool. Well, get in touch with him and get his people to contact my people, and we'll set something up.
Okay.
All right. So you want to know when will this great truth seeker patriot get the recognition that he deserves, right?
Yes.
All right, Nick, this one's for you, buddy. Five of Wands, Three of Cups. Page of Swords, Three of Wands, Hermit, Three of Pentacles, and Four of Wands. So right now, this is the truth community, the Five of Wands, and there's a lot of infighting right now, people throwing each other under the bus, right? So and people don't know who to listen to anymore and stuff like that. That's why we have the Five of Wands here. This is all of us watching this video and asking this question. So he's started off this path as a someone who's getting the word out. Page of Swords the Page of Swords spreads information. So and he's like you referred to him as a kid. He's a young man. He's just starting out, heading in. This is a new thing for him to do this. And get the Hermit for the near future. So he's not going to be self-promoting. He's not going to be like putting himself out there. If you want his wisdom, you have to go to him. The same way the wise man sits on the mountain, the old hermit, and then people come to him looking for answers, looking for clarity. That's what he wants. He doesn't want popularity. He doesn't want to be in there with the big names. At least that's not his desire. Uh, you have to come to him, and by you coming to him, that will be something that would be much more celebrated rather than any type of him looking for any type of accolades or anything like that. So he's a very much of here it is, I have this light, I'm shining it, and it's up to you to come to me to find it. He's definitely a person that comes from integrity. He's a patriot. He's generous. He has a good sense of humor. He's very empathic, very in touch with his higher self, and can see with his third eye. And this will be the last card that I draw here. This is the way I like to draw. I don't know if you ever notice, I put these two cards here. I build a pyramid, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 1. And I usually like to end it with this card. And so this Eight of Wands he's going to be bringing out a lot more information swiftly, and it's going to be coming from a really good source. And this is somebody, actually looking at these cards makes me want to go look this guy up.
Right? Yeah, I knew you were gonna love him. I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
So
With the three best friends.
So if somebody wants to send me $50, my PayPal, I'll use that to go subscribe to him, because I really don't.
Pay for it.
I just paid for my retirement visa, nearly $900. So I want to give a shout out and a big thank you to the people who helped me do that. Chief among them was Laura, her donation, Aroha in Australia. She was another big donator. And Lily and Barb, and I'm sorry, She doesn't like to be called Barbara. And so many others. I can't think of your names right now, but you know who you are. Uh, so thank you very much. Anyways, just had to put in that side note there. So yeah, the guy looks really good. Anything else?
That's it. That's it.
Well, let's go on to our next question then without
Yeah. Oh, let's
doing
we're
another break. We'll put because that was
oh,
pretty short. Let's see what
okay.
else we
So
can do.
my next question is about I went on Real World News, and a lot of people, we've all talked about Alex Jones for years. You have known him for what, 20, 30 years when watching
I've
him?
I started watching him probably about 13 years ago.
Okay, so 13 years ago, and he was your idol
Oh, oh,
basically.
oh, oh, oh. I have a story about Alex Jones. So this is something pretty. It took me a long time to figure out it was Alex Jones that I was hearing about. But in 1996, okay, so how many years ago was that? 26 years ago?
Yeah,
26,
something like that. So I'm
90,
40. Yeah.
96, 2006, 2016, 16, 17, 18, 19,
24?
20, 21, 22, yeah, about 26 years ago. Okay. So 2006 was the first time I went to hike on the Appalachian Trail. And I went there and I did 300 miles. And then I had a falling out with the trail and the people there. I was very disappointed and very disillusioned. I expected to find this utopian of hikers, and I didn't find that. I just found a bunch of idiots in the woods in 1996. And that was a lot of my problem, baggage I took to the trail. Anyways, that's something else. And my point is, I got disillusioned hiking, so I decided to get off the trail and go off by myself. And I figure I have a backpack and I have a little bit of money and I have food and stuff. I'm just gonna like hitchhike around. So I went and I hitchhiked to different parks, and I met really interesting people hitchhiking. And this one guy invited me back to his house near Atlanta, and he offered me a night stay and pizza and just hang out, right? And so in 1996, I was awake. I mean, I knew that there was, for example, a cabal. Um, I knew the government was bad. I did my best not to participate in any civil things, like paying taxes. I did my best not to pay taxes and work off the books and things like that. And also, I used to not work all the time. I would just quit a job, and I would save up enough money to go hiking or go on some adventure for a while, and then go back and get another job. Anyways, um, so this guy, he starts telling me about a truther that he's listening to on the radio, and it comes from far away back there. I guess it was Texas. And he would have this. He took me to his house, and he's like trying to tune. He's like, "Got to listen to this guy." And then he brings in this guy's ranting and raving about the government being evil and stuff like that. And it wasn't until years later, like in 2008, that I found Alex Jones, and I started listening. And then I put it together. Oh, that's the guy that he was telling me about. And at the time, I thought that guy was kind of crazy. Okay, because he's talking about conspiracies and all this stuff that I didn't know at the time, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew there was evil, but I just didn't know how deep it went. Anyway, so
Well, did
so
he,
that's when Alex Jones, go ahead.
just a question, did he go into the child thing then, or no?
No, 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 no. This
This
guy
is just
was
like the
basically
little, okay. I just question.
the guy who picked me up in the car. He was one of those he was an anti-government person, but he was
Right.
like organ wanting to get organized. I mean, me and my friends were anti-government too. Like
Right.
we hated cops. I'm sorry, but cops have done nothing but harass me my entire life, except in Thailand.
Well, But I have
I mean,
two
like,
cops in my family. There's good cops. There's good cops,
yeah,
right?
it's absolutely, but they're used, to oppress people basically, and like traffic tickets. I mean, you end up paying so much money in traffic tickets and stuff like that for stuff that's just,
Yeah, total
and I've
bullshit.
been ripped off too. I got ticketed. I got given a ticket for doing 70 in a 45 in Georgia by a black cop, by the way. When I was only doing about 50, it was a $350 ticket. I'm from Florida. He knew damn well I couldn't come and challenge him on it, So it's just extortion is what it is. And
Well, it's
kidnapping.
a
And
yeah. It's they get. I
anyways, I
think
didn't
they get points for that. You know.
there are good
Yeah,
there
but
are
we're
good
not going into that.
there
Yeah, we're
are-
not going to.
by the way,
So
this is definitely going on Patreon.
yeah, this one definitely has to know. So okay, Alex Jones.
Sorry,
So
I got off on a tie. I just want to make the point that
you went
so
off.
Alex Jones was doing his thing back in '96, and I was hearing about it. I wish I had taken that guy more seriously.
No, for real, Let me tell you something. I question everybody, but the Alex Jones, as soon as I saw him and listened, well, I didn't see him in person, but it gave me the chills. It gave me the creeps. So that's why I know, like in the early days, maybe that he's the only one. That's why you're okay with him. But now, how do you feel about him? Watching him now.
Well, back when I first started watching Alex Jones, uh, I loved it because he reflected the fire that I had inside of me to want to fight the cabal. Okay, and
Mhm.
I'm a passionate person. I mean, people see me on YouTube as this soft-spoken, sweet guy, but you don't want to see me get angry. And I'm a half
I'm a bitch.
Irish, half
Yeah.
I'm half Irish, half Spanish, right? So those are two fiery, bloodlines, and when you put them together, and so I loved that about him, and he wanted to take down a corrupt government, and so yeah, I mean, back in the day, he was speaking for people like me who didn't have a voice, and I loved his passion, I loved the his almost WWE type approach. I liked it was I liked it. It
What do you
I
think
was
now?
hoping that
What do you think
okay,
now?
well, and so over the years
Before reading the
it's
cards,
come
what do you think now?
it's come to my attention that he's a gatekeeper. Okay. So people like this, they'll give you all this good information, but then they'll slip in disinformation and misinformation to in order to lead you, off the track a little bit. So now the question is, Danielle, back in '96 and
Right.
later on, like when he was doing things like infiltrating Bohemian Grove, was he a good guy? I believe he started off as an independent researcher who wanted to fight a corrupt system. I believe he started off that way. Okay.
Mhm.
So let's ask that. Let's see, what was Alex Jones when he started? And I don't have to ask the cards if he's a gatekeeper, disinformation. Now I know he is. Okay, I mean that's just obvious. Anybody with any type of intuitive insight can see that. You don't have to be a tarot card reader, right?
Right. Right.
Especially
Exactly.
since he still believes in this spinning globe thing, and he really he it's not so much. Listen, if you people out there, if you believe in the spinning globe, that's fine. I don't have a
Right.
problem with you. It's
Yeah.
it's when it's when you attack people who say it's not, and and
Right.
and call us stupid or stoners or uneducated or anything like that.
Right.
And that's what he did. He made fun. Alex Jones made fun of my buddy Eric Dubay. He's not really my buddy. I've met Eric Dubay. He lives an hour from me. Um, But anyways, back to Alex Jones, the early years. Let's see if he started off as
Well,
a
yeah.
was that his intention? Did he pretend to
I'm
be a
sorry, folks,
truther for a
but the
long
rest of the
time
video, you'll have to go to
so he could
Patreon if
come
you want
into
to
this?
see it.
So let's see.
Thank you for
Oh my
watching this
goodness, there was a
much,
name.
and please like, share, and subscribe.